In Formula One, timing is everything. And with Lewis Hamilton in hot pursuit of an historic sixth U.S. Grand Prix victory, there is simply no better time for British fans to make the trip across the pond and create the ultimate "I was there" moment. With 4 of his U.S. victories coming in the last 5 races to be held in Austin, Texas, here is how the 3-time world champion became the lone star of the American Southwest. 2012. There was simply no better way to mark the return of the United States Grand Prix than with an epic duel in the desert between Sebastian Vettel and Hamilton, in a season widely regarded as one of the best in Formula One history. Both drivers at the time competed for Red Bull and McLaren respectively. Vettel arrived in Austin with a slender 10-point lead in the World Championship standings over Ferrari's Fernando Alonso, but he made a big early statement after being fastest in all 3 practice sessions and then landing the 36th pole position of his career. Yet Hamilton, who was just 1/10 away from clinching top spot on the grid himself, was hell-bent on preventing a complete clean sweep from the German. It did not go to plan at the start, though, as Vettel's Red Bull teammate Mark Webber passed Hamilton around the outside of the incredible Turn 1 once the lights went out. However, Hamilton kept his cool in the Austin heat and, armed with a DRS boost, took the position back from the Aussie down the long straight in between Turn 11 and 12 on the 4th lap. Webber's race would only last another 13 laps as a KERS shutdown and an alternator failure lead to his 2nd consecutive retirement, giving Hamilton the peace of mind to purely focus on catching Vettel ahead. Vettel was squeezing every last drop out of his RB8, but by the time of their one and only pit stop, Hamilton was just 3 seconds behind and stalking his prey. With 14 laps to go and the gap continuing to close, Hamilton was able to make his move. Vettel, who was held up significantly by the HRT backmarker Narain Karthikeyan, became very vulnerable and Hamilton was able to squeeze around the outside of Red Bull and lead the race for the first time. Vettel, though, simply refused to back down, and a battle that was reminiscent of their old Formula 3 days continued to play out right up until the checkered flag was waved. The margin of victory for Hamilton was a mere 0.6 seconds. Vettel would get his revenge the following year, but from then on, Hamilton would really start to cement his legacy at the Circuit of the Americas. 2014. Unlike 2012, Hamilton had his eyes firmly fixed on the World Championship crown when the Formula One Roadshow made its annual stop in Texas. The Brit was 17 points clear of teammate Nico Rosberg heading into the 2014 race, but found himself in 2nd spot on the starting grid. Yet that would soon become a distant memory for Hamilton, who calmly ducked in behind Rosberg from the start and patiently waited to execute his winning move. After the 2 Mercedes drivers pitted for medium tires, it was Hamilton who was able to get them to respond best. On the 21st lap, Hamilton's chipping away brought the gap down to just 1.4 seconds. 2 laps later that deficit was halved, and then came the race-winning overtake, one that provoked memories of the move-on Vettel in 2012. Under pressure and without the right engine mode to be able to defend properly, Rosberg ran wide at turn 12 and in swooped a dominant Hamilton who forced his teammate into the runoff area after the 2 almost collided. A heart-stopping moment for the Mercedes garage, but Hamilton would go on to cruise to a 3.6-second victory and extend his World Championship lead to 24 points. Hamilton seems to love making history in the US, and 2014 was no different. His 32nd career win saw him pull clear of Nigel Mansell as the most successful British driver in Formula One of all time. Not content with that, Hamilton's 5th consecutive race win of the season saw him equal the same feat Mansell achieved all the way back in 1992. 2015. The history books also needed to be amended after an incredible, action-packed race in 2015, which was made even more dramatic by torrential rain throughout the weekend. Once again, Hamilton was 2nd on the grid behind teammate Rosberg. But the Brit got off the line much better in wet conditions and was able to wrestle the lead away at the very first corner. Hamilton needed to outscore nearest championship rival Vettel by 9 points to ensure a 3rd world title would be added to his trophy cabinet, but it was far from plain sailing in a chaotic crash frenzy in Austin. Hamilton lost the lead to Ricciardo by the 15th lap, and just 4 laps later, Rosberg grabbed top spot back after the pit stops. But then came the sense of déjà vu. After 2 virtual safety cars and 2 actual safety car appearances, Rosberg was clinging on to victory. When the race restarted again and with just 8 laps to go, Rosberg made a crucial mistake at turn 12 to allow Hamilton to move ahead of him and make the dream of matching his hero Ayrton Senna come true. "That's the greatest moment of my life," Hamilton said as he took the checkered flag, joining the legendary Senna with 3 world championships to his name. Hamilton also became only the 2nd Brit after Sir Jackie Stewart to win 3 world titles. He certainly has a habit of giving his traveling fans good value for money in America. 2016. After a run of 5 races without a win, Hamilton returned to the happy hunting ground he had created for himself, for one last crack at the World Championship. Trailing his teammate, Nico Rosberg, in the overall driver standings, Hamilton knew he had to win in Austin to keep his very slim title hopes alive. Hamilton took the bull by horns and never let go all weekend at Circuit of the Americas. A brilliant pole position was followed up with a great start off the line and up the famous climb to Turn 1. From there was no looking back. After 3 wins in Texas, it came as no surprise to see Hamilton make it look so easy this time around. Yet inside the cockpit it was a different story, as Hamilton admitted he was filled with fear throughout the dominant victory that his car would break down, a regular theme of his 2016 campaign. While Rosberg's second-place finish saw him take a step closer to his first World Championship title, Hamilton would continue to brush shoulders with the all-time greats in Formula One. His 2016 success was the 50th victory of his prestigious career, putting him just one behind Alain Prost and a little step closer to the mighty Michael Schumacher. This year, a 4th consecutive victory in Texas and a 6th United States Grand Prix win in total would see Hamilton move clear of Schumacher on the all-time winners list stateside. And, who knows, maybe it will see Hamilton clinch a 4th World Championship title. Worth finding out. Ticket information. For more information on Circuit of the Americas and how to purchase tickets for the 2017 Formula One United States Grand Prix, please visit www.thecircuit.com. First-time visitors might be surprised to find themselves being entertained with live music as they walk through the terminal at Austin's airport, but they shouldn't be. Live music, and music in many other forms, is everywhere in Austin. Musicians play throughout the city, from the Red River District, which includes the famous 6th Street, to Rainey Street, South Congress and beyond. The state capitol is also home to Austin City Limits Live at the Moody Theater ACL Live, a state-of-the-art, 2,750-person capacity live music venue that hosts approximately 100 concerts a year. Austin lives and breathes its title, Live Music Capital of the World, with many festivals, showcasing local and international talent throughout the year, including Austin City Limits, which takes place the first 2 weekends of October every year at Zilker Park, and Sound on Sound Festival in November at the Lost Pines Forest. But there's so much more to the city, from the food truck scene to gourmet restaurants, outdoor adventures on Lady Bird Lake to vintage shopping, sports, amazing art and one hell of a nightlife scene, including our famous Austin Bats. For more inspiration, visit austin.org. Book your 2017 Formula One United States Grand Prix experience with Thomas Cook 4-night break hotel and ticket from £999. Your experience includes a great choice of hotel accommodation with daily breakfast, weekend general admission ticket and a merchandise pack including bag, sun cream, poncho, pen, earplugs, ticket, wallet and lanyard. All packages are subject to availability and confirmation at the time of booking. https://www.thomascooksport.com. Motorsports Formula One USA Grand Prix. Need expert advice about your Grand Prix break? Call us on 01733-224-834 or email us at motorsport.sales@thomascooksport.com.